What up, everybody? Good morning. Another live mobile Let's Ask Paul here in the morning. I like doing these because it kind of gets me up in the morning as I'm preparing to get out on the road. So thanks for everybody that listens to these, as well as those that listen to the rebroadcast of the live podcast. Was working on excited because I'm sure y'all all remember that we launched Tradies Apps. It's doing real well. We've got quite a few clients that are coming on. We've got people that are interested in it. And so we did an app last night. We finished up an app that was for a contractor. And it was kind of neat because they really wanted to have more of an engaging Tradies app. Means it's they actually wanted it the membership option. And so we have the ability to have where you can't get into it unless you're a paid member for them, and it's something they wanted. Now I wasn't sure why they wanted it until we sat down with them. We did the original conversation with them, and they explained that what they were looking for was their existing customer base. One, they wanted to give an app for their company. That was the first part, but they offer this monthly or annual service, and to be able to even get to that area for the customer to be able to take advantage of certain things that were part of their subscription they have. And they're a service-based company, but they have this subscription thing. They needed the ability to be able to have a member portal to get into it, and again, be able to password protect it and keep only, not everybody could get into it. So we did that for them, and we created an area where they are the coupons and where they can interact, but they can only get in it if they're a paid subscriber. So we were able to set that up for them, and I think they're excited about being able to use the app. They're also excited that it's a PWA. Now, for people that don't know what a PWA is, it is designed to be able to not have to put the apps on an app store, and they could share their own app, and they could market their own app, and it allows them also to send notices from their console to their actual customer, like specials, deals, whatnot. So that's pretty cool. Originally, they were saying, well, since PWA hasn't come to iOS yet for Apple, unless you do it from the App Store, which then if you update your app, then people have to download the app or redo the app. So that's not what they didn't want. So we explained to them that PWA, which is a notification system, in the way you do it, push notices, happens to Android, but it doesn't happen to iOS yet. But there is a lot of push to have Apple go to PWA, and the rumors are that in 2023 they are going to go, because that's the more logical way. The only real reason that they don't like it right now, and iOS and Apple, is because they like when you purchase or do things through their Apple store. So that's always been the one big problem with Apple or iOS, is why I never had those devices, was because they're very proprietary to Apple. They want to control every aspect of the app function, and I like to tinker with apps and do different things. So in the functions of the phone. So I've never been a big supporter of Apple products, but there's a lot of them out there, and a lot of our listeners use Apple products. So but anyway, there's an alternative to that. I explained to them that we do what's called in-app messaging. So when the customer opens up their app, then what it's going to do is when they open up their app, it sends a notice, and you can customize that notice with a graphic, an image, or whatnot. It pops up. So they do have to open up the app, but if you explain to them and make the app engaging, then it's not a problem. Now, this customer didn't have a problem with that because they have something that they do texting. So they text all of their customers. And so they create this texting where they will send out this text to their different customers. So they have somebody that manages that. And so for them, they can send out the notice via text to have the customer go open up their app, and then they can put a more detailed message in their app. So that wasn't an issue for them, but they were asking about it. I think that the PWA is going to be perfect for them, and I think the in-app message is going to be perfect for them, and it's going to work well with their texting program. And of course, as PWA finally comes out for Apple products, and I'm sure it will. In fact, there's a PWA repository that's getting started by Mr. Dorsey, who started Twitter, and so he kind of leads the way on these things. So I think there's a marketplace where he's pushing for PWA type of apps, which again, you're able to put apps out there without having to be through an app store. Plus, they always update, so they're constantly current. You can push things, change things, and then it gets passed on to the end user through the app, so they don't have to continually update to different versions and things like that. So that's the appeal of it. So our apps are unique in that we're only focusing. Tradies apps only focuses on the trade. So when we create an app, we're looking for things that are going to be appealing to your customer in order to keep them going back to the app. And this is the next thing, because I'm telling you, websites are great. They're very supportive, but you need to have something that stays in your customer's hand, and that's what the Tradies app does. And as technology goes on and we add different features to the process of the app, we can just about do anything in our app, and we can add pages. Now, one of the other beautiful things is that we can also do hosting. So we can set up a page on the internet that is specifically geared to show through your app. And so it looks like it runs on your app, but it's actually a web page that's dynamic and that we can constantly update and constantly add things to through us, that will show up on the app itself, and it looks native within the app, so it can be very fluid. Of course, we can do things inside of the app as well, but it's just, it's one of those things that when you explain it to a customer, whether you're a plumbing contractor, electrical contractor, mechanical, whatever, they go, why do I need an app? I mean, I'm doing business, I'm doing fine. Plus, there's tons out there where people have their own DIY, do-it-yourself apps, and they usually look clunky and have limited features or very confusing. But I think the biggest hurdle for people is the cost. If you look at the apps up front, they appear to be very cost-effective, right? But the problem is they're not, because of the reoccurring monthly fees that you have to pay, right? And that can add up, because you got to remember, the app has to connect. So it has to have a bridge, and the internet is the bridge, right? So in order to have that bridge, you have to have, it has to be hosted. So the service always has to have a host. Now, we have partnered with a host in order to be able to provide those services constantly ongoing, but we're able to do it without having to do a monthly fee. You pay one annual rental fee after the app is developed, and that's all you pay, and it's yours for as long as you pay your fee. You decide you don't want to, you're not locked into wasting money. I mean, if you decide you don't want the app anymore after the year, then you just discontinue the service. So you really have absolutely nothing to lose. So it's a neat concept that we're doing with this Tradies apps, and you should check it out. So if you haven't done it, then go to Tradies apps and look it up, and you'll get a lot of information on it. Where it's one of those things that, as a contractor, when I go and I interact with the customer, I want to give them a reason to call me back. I want to give them a reason to use my recommendations, my referrals, people that I recommend in my local market, because I know there's going to be reciprocalness. That means they're going to recommend me. And also, if I ever wanted to reach out to a plumbing contractor and say, you know what, you do a lot of business, and I'd love to get referrals from you, okay? I like your customers to refer me, and I'll do the same thing for you. So that's kind of one of the benefits of it, is the reciprocalness of a Tradies app, that type of thing. So, you know, I want you to go to tradiesapps.com and check it out and see if it's something for you. Again, this is a division of our company that is designed specifically to be able to target local business and keep that business in your pocket. And it's very cost effective. I can tell you right now, go to our website, check it out. You're going to see that the fees are very low for what you get. We'll do an initial consultation with you, decide on kind of what you're looking for. And an app won't cost you anything for the initial. And if you want to go on with the app development, we go a little further. We'll ask you certain questions to find out exactly, what you're looking for as far as an app. If you're looking for something that's for you and your employees, then we can create the app that looks very consumer friendly for the customer, but then there's some buttons that can allow you to get in the backbone, and in the background you can have folders that you upload stuff in there for your different salespeople, and you have different tasks you can assign your salespeople, and it's just many things that we can do. Appointments, you can set up appointments through it. So many things. So go do me a favor, go check out Tradies Apps, okay? Tradiesapps.com, and you'll learn more about the program. If you got any questions, feel free to email us, and we're more than happy to try to answer any questions you might have on Tradies Apps. Till next time, folks, stay safe. God bless.